Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you don't know me, hi, I'm Tita, welcome to the family, and I have to share this with you. In this video, I'll show you how I use Notion and Google Calendar to get organized in a way that boosts my creativity and helps me not only to stick to a plan, but also to relax. So if that's something that interests you, just keep on watching. But first, I'll tell you how these need to use Notion and Google Calendar appeared. This would be me in 2019 using paper and pen, or sometimes my journal, to plan and organize my content. But as the need to create content and to generate these online presence that I've always wanted grew, this workflow was not helping me at all. I would get stressed, anxious, overwhelmed, and I actually had a lot of burnout. I found myself losing all the papers where I wrote all my ideas, not having my journal with me 24/7, and so I would just lose all my ideas and therefore the opportunity to actually put into practice the ideas that I previously had. I had to urgently come up with a better organizing system, not only to help me as a creator that I wanted to be, but also as a professional and kind of a student as well. It was not until 2022 that I implemented Notion to just organize everything in my life, and let me tell you why it took so long. When I realized that having all my content and basically all my life planned into little pieces of paper or my journal was not sustainable, I reached out to Google Calendar. Google Calendar helped me to get started on these organizing digital tools. Here I would create calendars within my Google account with topics such as YouTube, Instagram, university, work life, personal life, you get it. Basically every segment of my life would be there with different colors, by the way. This would help me to visually see my week and month and would just help me to keep myself organized. Not gonna lie, this method is a great way to start onto these organization digital tools. I still use it a lot, as I previously mentioned at the beginning of this video, because that platform is just as simple and as intuitive as it can be. So if you're only now getting started into these digital organization tools, I feel like that's how you call it, you can easily start by using Google Calendar, and I feel like that would just create the routine to every single day reach to this platform, plan everything, see the tasks that you have to get done, and it's just a very easy and intuitive platform, as I said previously, so I highly recommend. I still use this platform to get organized. I'll get to it by the end of the video. By having such a great, simple, intuitive tool as Google Calendar, that was actually why it took me so long to transfer everything and to implement Notion into my life. Notion is a more complex platform that has a bunch of templates that you can use, and you can actually create your own. So oftentimes I would just use Notion and get lost in so many things that I could do, and so I wouldn't get my life organized. I would just waste time looking for templates or just, playing around, and so I would just get distracted from the goals that I set for that platform, and I couldn't just use it. Well, now I do have a system that really helps me to get my life back together. Not only I organize my content there, but I organize every single piece of my life there. I have University Hub, I have Personal Hub, I have Goals Journal, everything into just these little and smart and very complex and awesome and great and very aesthetically pleasing tool. And I'll show you how it looks. So let's go to the PC view. So I give you a little, because if you would like to have a full Notion tour, just comment down below, but now I'll give you a little Notion tour just so you can see how I get organized. Let's go. Welcome to my Notion. When you enter my Notion, you don't, me. When I enter my Notion, I just am faced with this personal space, and this is basically where I have everything related to my life. Here, as you can see, I basically divided these main page into 3 sections of my life. I have everyday life, where I do to-do list, habit tracker, and just a brain dump. I'm not going to go through all of them, but basically on my to-do list, because it's important, I just have, for example, a weekly view of the tasks that I have to get done, and this does not include everything, because then here I just have more things that I need to get done but listed, so I can clearly see not only the genre, which means that I can clearly see what it's all about, the tasks, if it's university, YouTube, personal life, you name it, I can see that, and then the progress, if it's done, if it's not, if it's on the making. Then I also just include these to-do lists for the month-ish, which is just a to-do list that I use for for example, tasks that I know I need to do them for many days, or that I just need to get done like just far away on the schedule. So I have must have, should have, could have, won't have it for now. This is how I divide it, and it's a methodology called Moscow. I read this on the book and it just makes a lot of sense, so I'm trying to include that into my daily organization thingies. And then I have habit tracker, where I just basically track all my new healthy habits that we can get into it. If you'd like me to do a Notion tour, I would just go into every single page that I have, but for now that doesn't really matter. And then I have a brain dump. So then I have personal life, as you can imagine what it looks like. Basically I have, first of all, a quick access to my small business page. This is where I plan content, I plan launches, and I overall just organize everything related to my small business. Then I have goals, journal, and travel planner. I must say that I have not been using travel planner a lot, just because I haven't been traveling, but I just wanted to have there whenever I go travel, to just have a template for that. Then I have the journal that I don't use as often, but that's something that I want to change, and so that's why I put it on my main page. The quick access, this is basically the page that I use the most, I must say, because every single day I used a bunch of times content calendar, ideas dump, university hub. Why do I have, okay, I have these, like, there you go, duplicated. And so I just have this quick access folder where I just put the things that I just go to the most, and I love it. The way that I organize this personal space really helps me to stay organized and to actually feel a lot more motivated to come back to this space to get my life organized. So if you'd like me to just help you to get Notion a little bit more aesthetically pleasing, just comment down below and I'll definitely do that. This is where I have the content calendar, ideas dump, where just ideas for the content, then university hub, where I have notes from classes and also thesis, then social media manager. This is more of a work related thing. This is where I'm organizing my onboarding, the packages, and everything related to social media managing. Then the social media, it's for my own social media. And then thesis planning. I also add this little widget that just has the monthly, weekly, day, and yeah, I just like it because I feel like this part of social media and everything, that's how you know me for using Notion the most, I feel like, this in university. So I'll get into both of that folders, but if you want me to just go more in depth about everything, you know what to do, comment down below. Now let's get into it. I have social media here. I didn't do much about it still, but I have a social media page where I have content calendar, strategy, ideas dump, and analytics. This is all, as I said, related to my own main account, originaltita on Instagram, TikTok, you name it, it's the same. I love to go on content calendar and to just see everything that I have to post and just to plan content ahead. If you don't know this, I manage 3 accounts. Mine, which is originaltita, Emma Studio, which is my social media Instagram page. Then I also have my small business account, Meraki Official Design, and we have some clients on the making, so I'm very excited about that. And so basically here is where I plan and organize the content for those 3 accounts. As you can see, this is what it looks like, my planner, my content planner. And this is perfect not only because I can clearly see when my content is going to be up, but I also have these little indicators that tell me not only the platforms, but the accounts that I'm going to be posting that content on. Let's create a new one. Okay, so imagine if yesterday I wanted to post something about Notion. I would just clearly name it right here, and then here you can just change the date, also put an end date if you want, and the time. Then I actually add properties, which means that you can have these little tags that you see here. So on the account you can see the accounts that I managed. So if I want to get Notion for organizing for social media, I would post on both of these accounts. Then the content, it's the platforms. Actually, I have to probably change this to platform. I would do Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. YouTube Shorts, by the way. The status, if I'm looking for inspo, if it's pending, if it's already scripted, editing, or done. And the purpose, this is related to my own social media strategy that I use. And so this, for instance, would be Tip Tuesday, because it's the day where I give tips about content creation. Then I could add some comments. Here you can see all the templates that I have. These ones were actually already made, but these ones are mine. If it's a graphic, for example, design graphic thing post that I have to do, I'll put graphic. If it's a YouTube video, I'll put like this. If it's a reels or a vertical short format video, I'll put reels. If it's just a photo dump, I'll put photos. And then here I will just write anything related to that reels, any type of information that I needed. If I want specific music, if I want specific like topics, I would just write it here so I don't forget, and then it will just appear here, as you can see. Very easy. And then you can also move around if you don't feel like posting that week or that day. So I really love Notion to just like this organize everything. And as you can see, for instance, this video that I'm recording, I have here planned, as you can see, and then how I'm staying organized featuring Notion. It's a YouTube video and I have the script here and I really love it. If you have any more doubts about the specific page, please let me know and I'll definitely answer. Then for university, because that's the other page that I'm going to show you, I just have these. I'm very excited about this hub just because it looks so nice, so aesthetically pleasing. And here I just have these photo that really inspired me, puts me on that study mode. I don't know, I love it. And then I just have here the clock, and then I have two pages that I created. There are thesis and class notes. Here I also have the playlist that I use to get focus, which is very ironic because it's called How Can I Focus? I'll leave it linked down below if you want to check it out. It has a lot of Joshua, Sabrina, Olivia, Justin Bieber, and Muse. So if that's not your vibe, I know it's a weird combination, but that's my vibe for studying. I don't know why. So let's get into the class notes because that's easiest. As you can see, there's nothing really much about it. Just has some notes about the things that we are doing because I feel like it is, I don't know, the more intuitive. And as you can see, it's great because I can just take screenshots of what I'm doing and placing and take notes about it. So I rather have it here on my Notion than on the paper, as I would usually prefer. Here you have thesis, and this is where I'm planning a little bit more. I love to use a Notion for thesis, not only because it gets me organized, but I can do a lot with it. I can have my Miro maps, and you can see here a mind map about the thesis, and I have 4 pages here, which just are thesis planning, notes and drafts, strategies at my work, and links. Notes and drafts, of course, just a basic notes and drafts kind of page. Then I also have thesis planning, and this is helping me a bunch lately. I just have here everything that I have to get done, and it's not even close to like everything, I must say. And then the due dates that I have, and also the status, and you can also have this calendar view. But I like this all dates view just because it makes a list, and I love lists. I feel like that was everything, like how I get myself organized, because so now I feel like it's time for me to get into Google Calendar, because other than these, I would just get more specific onto pages. And to organize my life with Notion, I just really use the content calendar and the university hub. The other things, if you want to know more about them, you can comment down below and I'll definitely do a Notion tour because I feel like that's very nice to see, no? I'll also help you to make it more aesthetically pleasing. Now let's go to Google Calendar. This is the view of my Google Calendar. I don't use it as much, I just use it for some personal things that might happen, some meetings that I have, and some kind of deliveries for school as well, just because here I can create alerts. I feel like on Notion you can do too, but I've just been so into this platform over the last years that I just use it seamlessly. As you can see, I have a bunch of calendars here. I have my own personal calendar, my social media manager account, reminders, my small business, my own Instagram account and TikTok, and then tasks that I have to get done, university and YouTube. I'll just create, for example, an event. You can create events, tasks, or reminders. This is in Portuguese. For example, YouTube, I would say about an unboxing, for instance. So then I would go here and I would change it to YouTube, and voila. I can also drag and drop to the day that I want, and I would also create tasks if I need some tasks to get done here. For example, filming, and if it's not all day, I can just click here and then set, for instance, a time. Here you can go to your month, but I also like to use the weekly view, so you can clearly do the time blocking that I love to do. This is why I use Google Calendar. It's to do the time blocking, so I know for sure like what time do I have to do certain tasks, and like just overall to organize my life. If you want me to get more into time blocking and how I do it, you can comment down below. But yeah, I guess that's it. So that was everything that I had to show you today, but if you'd like to see more about Notion and how to make it aesthetic, please comment down below and I'll definitely answer to your prayers. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to tune into this video where you can see how I use Notion organically by getting my life together. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and if you did subscribe already, welcome to the family. I'm so happy you're here. Bye, I'll see you next week. Stay creative and stay happy.